And it was nice to see that the cries of England were silenced as the Swiss national anthem started. And that's the England team. Bobby Robson refused to tell a Swiss journalist yesterday whether it will be the side that will start the European Championship. But I think it's fair to say that he would like it to be if things go well today. And of that number, Mark Wright surely has the most to play for. The Swiss team includes 5 of the defending champions. Neuchâtel Xamax, whose title is actually really on the line because they play their last match and it's still not sure next Wednesday. But included in that number is their most famous footballer winning his 85th cap today, Heinz Hermann. They've only won 7 matches out of 20 under the reign of Daniel Jean Dupeur. But perhaps more significantly, looking at it from England's point of view, they've only been beaten twice at home during that period. And there's a man whom we're hoping to see add to his considerable tally of goals, Gary Lineker. So the kick-off here imminent. A match in which the managers have agreed that there may be 3 substitutions plus the substitution of the goalkeeper, and Bobby Robson has already announced that Peter Shilton will play only the first half. England attacking the goal to our right and the ball with Wright. Swiss tend to play with 3 players up, 2 of them wide. John Barnes. Adams at a bit of a stretch. Away with a little nudge, I think, but here's Robson, and here's Lineker, just onside, and the first test for Clomambeuf, which he meets very well, the goalkeeper. Barnes. And the bright, enterprising start. And Joel Clomambeuf, only playing his 2nd international. His first was against West Germany in Kaiserslautern a month ago. And he said then that better to start against a big team than somebody of lesser note and concede a silly goal. He played well then, and he started well here. John Barnes for England. And now the Swiss for the first time, with Hermann making a break to the left. To the right, rather. And Adams slipping, but even so, a goal kick. Heinz Hermann, who certainly bears a passing resemblance to the famous Günter Netzer. Franz Beckenbauer, the West German manager, made it quite clear that he wished the name Hermann, in fact, was, as it sounds, German and available for his national side, that he was the best player in midfield in the meeting of the 2 countries. Stevens is well forward. Gary Stevens on the right. Mark Wright in possession. Away from Bickel, offside against Gary Stevens. Just a little breeze, but no more. Their line-up, and Sanson and Robson in England. Right. Stephen. Lineker gets away from the marking. Bobby Robson not joining the applause, but I think in his mind he might have been. Didn't find the finish, but it was a cross that calls the note. That's assuming he's not writing his postcards home. I rather doubt it. Lineker nearest the goal. Met by Bombin, and Webb couldn't keep it down. Quite a crowd in front of him.
quite a bright start for England. They've very determined start in many ways. They've made 3 chances already, half chances, 2 of them stopped by the keeper. One, Gary Lineker's first touch wasn't up to his usual standard, but his pace made up for it on that early chance and forced the goalkeeper to save. There's that blast of Webb's over the top, not the finish we expected.
Geiger. And the crowd want to see a little bit better from their team. 2 against 2 here, right header, only does Vicker, sets it up. Well, he had an option on either foot then, and rather suggested that he preferred his left, but he didn't get it quite as he wanted, did he? There was half a moment, brought it back, side foot shot actually, and it's certainly by coming to his left, he gave himself more space. I think you know this gentleman by now. Four in the area, 2 of them central defenders on the attacking beat. Barnes. Well blocked, I don't know how much he knew of it. I think it was the head of Tony Adams, who comes to fight to get the ball back and fouls in the process. But instinctive reactions from Joe Kummenberg. Stick on the near post, and then Adams, Barnes who took it, there was the flick. It was indeed Adams. Promising again, Robson, Beardsley wide to the left. Kenny Sanson runs 20 yards to support him outside, and he's given the ball, Kenny Sanson! Flag stayed down, Lineker had stayed just onside, but a nice attack and great credit to Kenny Sanson, who really beetled forward to be in the correct position. He's hurt himself a little bit in the process. That was the end of the move. Switzerland ending the half with a few corners, 3 on the trot. Vicker comes away. So can Barnes now. Quite a chase. Vicker is running alongside him. Lineker! Would have been nice and a reward for a lot of industry from John Barnes. How did it fall for Gary Lineker? He took it on the full, tried to steer it wide of the goalkeeper's left hand. Comfortably turned to find some space. With a sweeper coming across, that asked a bit too much of Lineker. Sweeper, the spare defender. Right, well watched. And very sharply as the referee blows the half-time whistle. And we have no goals here in Lausanne. And Jimmy Hill, half-time report.
Well, after, 3 hours of commentary this week, Barry, I think you deserve a goal, but you've got all but a goal to describe. Not too bad from England's point of view. They are very reliable in defence. They've not conceded a chance, really, for the Swiss to score. And there are some good signs. Wright and Adams stood up well in the middle. They've not been put under that much pressure, but they've done all right. Sansom looks in form. The Everton pair on the right have linked up well. Robson not in top gear, but strolling through the game, not risking injury. But Beardsley and Barnes still haven't really recaptured the magic that will turn England from a pretty good side into an extremely good one.
So at half-time, nothing to report from the terraces, which is good. And in terms of goals, nothing to report from the playing area either. It's Switzerland 0, England 0. You should know, Des, that in Switzerland in particular, time is money. And there have been a few changes in the 2 teams for the second half. We're looking at number 15, Martin Andermatt, who's come on for Switzerland. But from England's point of view, they now have Chris Woods in goal, Chris Waddle playing on the right side from midfield and forward. And Dave Watson has joined Mark Wright in defence. So Bobby Robson now playing the 2 he wanted to play against Scotland, but couldn't because Wright was injured. They last played together in a deluge in Israel. Pere is the player who's gone off for Switzerland. And of course the England player, Shilton's gone off from goal, as we said he would. Oh, more important is Bobby Robson said he would. And Trevor Stephen has gone off. And Tony Adams. There's Dave Watson. Watson's challenged, but it comes down to Bickle, who has a shooting chance. And gets applause for the fact that he did try. Chris Woods, who's never been on the losing side for England. This is his 12th cap. 7 wins, 4 draws in the previous games he's played. He's only conceded 1 goal. Bickle has Zwicker in front of Woods. Herman and Suter just outside the area. Bonvin, good punch by Chris Woods. Geiger. Bickle. Paul Swiston in the area. Suter. Flag is up for offside. Referee lets play go on, and rightly surely. Poor return ball, that, a little casual. This is Andermatt, 3 in the middle. And the cross beating everybody. Bickle. Slight change in the atmosphere in Lausanne. Good strike, but Woods knew where it was going and that he didn't need to do anything about it.
The England team beginning to look a bit of a mess, I'm afraid. It's
Heinz Herman, but not the German. Barnes. And again Barnes. Loses out to Geiger, won by Robson. I think it's beginning to get a little bit irritated. No flag this time, and here is Peter Beardsley. Lineker is up with him, and England have a 1-0 lead. But I have to say, I think the linesman who called a curious offside a few moments ago kept his flag down then, when I believe he should have raised it. But England have the goal. Beardsley, not for the first time in his international career, supplying Lineker, who certainly not for the first time in his career finds a telling finish for his 26th goal for his country. It was Robson's determination which won it in midfield. Well, on second thoughts, I think that may well have been not offside. Lineker is the goal scorer. Well, I've said one thing and then another, Jimmy. Was it offside or not?
It was very tight. I don't think the Beardsley was offside, but I think the player in the middle was offside first time round, and supposedly interfering, which was Lineker. But it doesn't matter now. It's strange, this game, isn't it? After the Swiss, the best period that they've had in the game, unsettling England, making them look poor, they then go a goal down.
Here's Beardsley. Stevens. Waddle. Lineker had to check again before moving back and moving forward again. This is Webb. Beardsley. Unlucky. No, I don't think there's any question about Beardsley in that move, but Beardsley. Into Sansom. It's good to see that Sansom has rediscovered his zest for the game. Can be a telling factor when he gets forward to support an attack, because he's very quick. Chris Woods all behind the shot. from Sutter.
Thinking that Watson had done pretty well since he's been on, full of confidence right from the start, but that was really an ungainly challenge, not an international. Oh, what a good shot, well saved by Wood. Brighten the game up there. It's even pleasant to see the Swiss have a hammer at the goal.
Vicker. Sutter. Blocked by Gary Stevens. Herman. Oh, Watson away with a ball that's rather stuck between his ankles, and Lineker goes from his own half. Is onside, Commonwealth out to meet him. And he was well challenged by Marco Schallibaum, who had to make an awful lot of ground to get in a challenge, but did. Commonwealth sits it out as the ball goes wide, and the corner is given. Came from the clearance by Watson, the flick on by Beardsley. And from the corner, England in possession. This is Barnes. Reed. Beardsley among those to have a fairly quiet game. Been in good company. Nice touch, but Kenny Sampson unable to take it in stride. Waddle. Yes, he's made himself the room, but still couldn't get the height on the cross. Five minutes remaining. And England still the goal to the good. Waddle, Peter Reed, Mottier, Herman, Weber. And a rare moment of noise from the English group here. Mistake in defence. Vicker. And there was an appeal for handball, which is waved away. And in fact, when the free kick comes, it will be in England's favour. Johnson going in now with the challenge with Vicker, but Vicker turned him round and pushed at the same time. But it was a moment of uncertainty in the defence, that's for sure. Herman. Sutter. Herman. Vicker in the middle. Schallibaum. Oh dear, Sansom! And what an opportunity. Andermatt. And twice in a matter of seconds, England in all sorts of trouble at the back. Herman. Waddle again from a defensive position.
Well, that's the end of it. Not a brilliant performance, but I suppose a satisfactory one from England's point of view. They'll claim that they restricted the Swiss to very few opportunities. Their defensive discipline was good, but the vitality and spark and fire wasn't in the front players who've made such reputations this season. And we can hope that in the next 15 days, with a few vitamin pills, that comes back.
So the final score in Lausanne, with Bobby Robson probably not learning too much as he didn't know already, is Switzerland 0, England 1.